Dear friends, welcome to our daily dose of hope. Sie finden das gleiche Video auch auf Deutsch gesprochen von Monika. Yesterday you heard Sabrina talk about not fearing and not being afraid and having the courage to admit that we are afraid sometimes. But Holy Week starts next Sunday, the Settimana Santa, the most important and holiest week of Christianity. One remembers violence, loneliness, pain, and death. But perhaps even more, the resurrection in the early morning hours, a new strength, a blossoming for life given. One remembers the Jewish wandering preacher from Nazareth, Jesus and his companions. Jesus was prosecuted and killed by the Roman occupiers in a show trial. We also think about the woman who went to the tomb with ointments, only to discover it was empty. They did not find a body and instead experienced and felt that Jesus is alive. During this week, many Christians fast. They look inward. Perhaps they attend a service or pray. It is a week filled with strong emotions, from the deepest, darkest pit of death to the ascent into heaven. People have asked me lately, surprisingly often, "How are you?" I usually answer in several different ways. I'm fine. I'm not sick, thank God. I don't actually know how I am. I feel weird and strange. I'm insecure and powerless. I think it is really important to admit to oneself things are not normal right now. Recently, a volunteer at the church said to me, "You've got to take one day at a time. We are all somehow tied down to the current day at present." The sociologist Hartmut Rosa wrote in a small book titled UNAVAILABILITY in December 2018, which is already in its 6th edition. In it, he explores what is beyond the realm of possibility. He doesn't mean this in a cultural pessimistic sense of everything is anyway going down the drain, but he positions it positively, namely that the fact that so much is unavailable to us can be turned into a source of living vitality. We pastoral workers are so often terribly busy. We almost never have free time. Meeting after meeting, talks, overseeing projects, coordinating volunteers, worship service, baptisms, funerals, weddings, etc. Now, much of this is suddenly gone. Even here in the Open Church Elisabethen, we are working on the digital transition, and it really results in a lot of work. But right now, during this week, it is above all importance to pause and look inward. So much can be planned and scheduled, but much more is unreachable. The frightening and threatening, as well as the beautiful and joyous. So teach us, God, to count our days, that we may gain a wise heart, is written in Psalm 90:12. And in a little less flowery English, that our life ends, and that it is what makes it so precious. Right now, so many people are working until the very limits of their strength, and others have suddenly so much time. That which is reliable and dependable has dissolved. We are all searching and struggling with this new challenge. And even the scientists and politicians are struggling and searching. And the fact that they show it so openly is what makes them credible. I think it is important that we are allowed to admit to ourselves at times like this that everything is not okay. We are in an unavailable period of life in which we are searching and groping. Yet this inaccessibility is truly a very real aspect of life that is often ignored. In this way, many things have or will become suddenly new and perhaps surprisingly no longer self-evident. During this new and difficult situation, many encouraging things have been happening. For example, the project Basel hilft, or Open Elisabethen from 5 to 7 p.m., or Daily Dose of Hope, or Daily Devotional, das Wort zum Alltag at 5 p.m., and all those candles that are being lit in windows at 8 p.m. And with this, thank you, be blessed, and be a blessing.